In the world of video games, there are a lot of really awesome female characters that take the lead. Some of these are Samus from Metroid, Lara Croft from Tomb Raider, or Ellie from The Last of Us. But the majority of female characters in video games are cast aside to supporting roles, playing as the damsel in distress, with often a very objectified body. Some of these characters include Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4, any female character in the Mortal Kombat series, or even characters like Peach, who always needs to be rescued by Mario. A study from Indiana University researched 571 playable female characters from 1989 to 2014 and found that there are way more female characters in objectified and secondary roles than male characters in video games. A quote from the research says, "Women don't like to be seen as sex objects. When they don't feel like the game context positively reflects their sex, they're not interested in the game."
Early on in gaming, the industry was targeted towards males with tough, combat-ready male protagonists. Since then, more strong female protagonists have been developed, increasing the number of female players. So much that there are now some heavy female hitters in the world of competitive gaming. Scarlett, aka Sasha Houghton from Canada, is the highest paid female gamer, raking in $296,161.44 in earnings so far. Scarlett has won competitions in South Korea for StarCraft, a real-time strategy game, beating both men and women gamers. Although it is progress, it is still only a fraction of what even the 10th highest paid male gamer makes, at $2.9 million. The Entertainment Software Association reported 38% to 48% of gamers are women, but broken down by video game genres and platforms, only 5% are considered core gamers, while 41% are still considered casual gamers, states Quantic Foundry.
When it comes to the number of jobs in the industry as a whole, only 22% of developers are females. Prior to starting a career in game developing, only 30% of women are STEM majors in college. One of the biggest things female developers have to deal with is a sexual hostile environment. Things such as inappropriate jokes told in the workplace around women happen all the time. A perfect example would be what's going on over at Riot Games, the creator of League of Legends. They're being accused of a lot of sexism by their female workers. These women say that it feels like they're working in a giant fraternity due to all the men groups in the company and the way they act. That there's inappropriate comments made to women in the office every day because men think it's funny. A huge thing is the quote-unquote bro culture. The female developers over at Riot Games feel like if you're not acting like a man talking about what everyone else is talking about, then you're not going to fit in. With 80% of employees at Riot Games being men, the women feel very unwelcomed. Even when they get interviewed, the women get tested. They're asked various questions trying to see if they're lying about their gaming past, since they don't believe women play video games. Not only is there sexual hostile environments, but there's also discrimination everywhere towards female developers. A lot of women are told that they must earn their spots in the team when men are simply invited. The assertiveness and confidence are not characteristics expected from women. They're expected to act like women and be quiet and sit back. That is seen as abnormal if women succeed quickly because women aren't meant to succeed easily. And finally, the huge pressure to be one of the boys or risk being isolated by everyone in the company.
Women make up almost half of the gaming community. However, there is still hostility towards women, and the stigma that women should not play video games is still very prevalent in the community. There is a stereotype that men are always superior to women in video games, and that a woman plays for attention, not for the love of playing video games. If a woman succeeds in playing, she's labeled as a hacker or a cheater, because there is no, quote-unquote, way she could win unless she hacked the game. In a study by The Conversation, they compared men and women gamers and saw that gender did not play a role into success or level advancement. There are ways that we can break this stigma. We can support the PMS Clan, a women-run gaming group. We can talk about video games like it was the weather or like it was something on TV. We can fight the stigma by encouraging everyone to play video games if they want to, and encouraging women to develop and create games. And we can be accepting of every gamer, no matter their background, gender, or skill level. By being more accepting of more diverse groups of people, we can help reduce the stigma of females in the gaming industry.
We would like to thank The Conversation, Polygon, IGN, and Teresa Lynch from Indiana University for providing some of our information for this PSA. We would also like to thank the Canadian gamer, Scarlett, for paving the way for women to make more money as professional gamers. Lastly, we would like to thank the SPJ for helping us find and think of better ways to report on subjects like this one.